Hello friends, I'm going to show you how to do a balloon hat workshop today. Whee! That's my new airbag. So I have all of these balloons blown up and I try to keep the red dogs with the big whippy tails in one or two crates. I try not to mix the balloons too much, and then I squash them all in the car. Now I've got a big Kia Carnival car, so I actually put them in vertically, because you put them in sideways, it's a bit harder to stack them all up. So one top tip is, before you start booking in shows, you think, how many of these crates can I fit in the car? If you can't fit that many in the car, that's okay. Just take the gig anyway and work it out. Because what you can do is, if you can only fit in, say, 30 kids worth in your car, depending on your car size, take your little pneumatic drill with you, your little earphones, and have one show start between 10 and 11, and then have a break of an hour, have some lunch, have a Kit Kat, blow up the rest of the balloons, and then do another show, say 12:30 to 1:30. That's how you get around having a small, teeny tiny car without all the balloons flowing out into the motorway. Ah! Ah! How did you die today, darling? I got covered in balloons on the M1. So now you've got all of your balloons in your car ready. Now there's a couple of other things you need to pack for a balloon twisting workshop. You need a table, a pretty table, not a table that looks like it comes from a camping shop. That's mine does come from a camping shop. So what you do is you put a nice tablecloth over it with your logo on there, so it looks pretty. Next, you need a PA system and a microphone. You need to have control of 30 to 70 children at once. So have that microphone ready. Sound is everything. Also have a spare manual balloon pump, because sometimes those tricky pneumatic pumps will die on you and you'll be there panicking, trying to blow up 700 balloons with your mouth. That does not work. So get a big floor pump. Get one from AliExpress for $80. Then you put all of this stuff in your car, along with some stickers or giveaways for those nice kids, and on your merry way. Check your paperwork, make sure that you have good time for travel, and write it on your paperwork. So you arrive at the school ready to go with all your balloons in the car. A couple of things you can do. You can either get the children to come and collect them. I don't do this, it's been problematic. My kids just let them go and they fly around. So when you're getting them in and out of the car, it could be raining, windy. So one top tip is to have a bow around the top. One, it looks pretty rather than a piece of dirty old string that you got from your granddad's shed in 1979. And it stops the balloons flying off if they get dropped, because they're all together in a big clump. Take them in and out. You can usually grab 3 or 4 at a time. And then I lay them, and then I place them at the back as if it were my backdrop. Then I don't have to bring my backdrop. Bargain. I place them in different colours, so blue, green, red, orange, just the different baskets to make it look pretty. Then I get the music on, because sound is everything. Get everybody in a big circle. I start off by filling the show with some random stuff, because my show's not long enough. So I make everyone pretend they're an elephant with their balloon on their nose. I make them do happy faces with their balloon, sad faces, but this also helps them get used to handling the balloon and not thinking it's going to burst in front of their face, blinding them instantly. After they've used it, I make sure that they really use both hands to soften the balloon, so it's less likely chance of it blowing up in their face. So when I take the balloon sword, I get them just to take the knotted end, put it on their nose, fold the balloon inwards like this, and then I tell them to wave at me. Hi! That means that they've got a big sort of gap. Not too big. I tell them it's a bracelet. Like this. Then I get them to wave at me, and I say, make your balloon look like a squirrel. There's his head, there's his bottom, there's his big long tail. Smack that squirrel on the bottom. Naughty squirrel, naughty squirrel. Now twist it 4 times or 5 times, because they've got 10 little hands. Do you know they're twisting? Do you know a 5-year-old's twisting? This is a 5-year-old twisting. That's once. So 5 twists for a 5-year-old is 1 twist for us. And then I say it's a magnifying glass. Ooh. And then I say push this through, all the way through. Sometimes I say pull it because it's easier. And then there is your handle. And then we do everybody. Now if they've got no place to put the sword, I tell them to put it on their head, like that. Now that took us about 20 seconds. You try and do that with 70 kids who are aged 5 to 11 and you're looking probably about 12 minutes. Who said kids learn fast? Next thing we do is a doggy. I always recommend blowing these up the day before because then they get squashy. If you blow them up in the morning, they'll have that tightness, and tightness scares kids. They think it's going to burst. So you need it sort of a little bit deflated. So then, same thing again. You make sure it goes on their nose, otherwise they start twisting on this end, and you get some sort of weird dog which has had too much pedigree inbreeding. Help me, my nose has all gone wrong. I say it's exactly like you've just done your sword, just smaller, a smaller version. And I say this is the same size as a sausage or their foot. And then I say put your finger in the middle and squeeze and twist. You don't want to say squeeze too hard because sometimes they squeeze all of the air out and they end up doing that. So I usually just say squeeze this bit and twist with this hand. Squeezy hand, twist hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 twists. Then tell them to squish it again because the scariness is when they hear, they can feel the tightness. Twist, twist, twist. Fold it over again. Twist, twist, twist. Oh, my neck is backwards. I'm dislocated. Oh, okay. And then final squish, squish, squish. Fold it again. And do that. Now what happens if the legs are too small or the tail is too wrong? Nothing. You just go, yay, well done. Mummies will love it. Now what happens if half of your group say, I can't do it? If you start helping them, they will continue to say, I can't do it. So you can't help them. What you say instead is, I need some special super helpers, the ones who can do it, to be the people who are my helpers. And if you need help, you put your hand up. Don't come to me. I don't talk to anybody who's standing up. You sit down and put your hand up and a super helper will come and help you. And then you get the other kids, the older kids, to go off. And you stand there and just help a couple of people, not many. Otherwise you'll end up doing it yourself. Just like the dishwasher that your kids don't do, and they just put all the dirty plates on the top and then go back to their iPads while you slave away. If this helped, click like and subscribe down below and I will give you some more Super Steph's ideas on how to run a small business. And if you want to become a kids entertainer, I've also got a really good guide on how to be the best entertainer and make lots of money with it down here. Just comment below, give me the guide and I'll send it to you. Then we can do the balloon hat. So you need 2 of these. I blow them up all the way to the end. Ish. No, not very good with detail. So you put 2 on the side like this. Anywhere, just tell them to squeeze and twist 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put it around their heads. Put it on there. Twist it. And then twist it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely. So now you've got it on your head, but you've got these big ET arms. Oh, big ET arms. And that's the bits where you can put a loop just like the dog or just like the sword and make it loop better. So they can create another dog and they can make the loops and you put it on there like that. And then you teach them also with another balloon how to make the loop again. Remember, we did the loop for the dog and the sword. Put it like that 3 times or 4 times or 5 times and you stick it through here. And you give them a whole load of balloons to twist like this. Just loop and stick. Loop and stick. And then you have your very cool balloon hat. Oh yeah. Now some tips of doing a balloon twisting workshop with kids. Helpers are the key, so make sure you know their names. Have a look in some of my videos to show you how to memorize kids' names easily. Now, if you like this video and you want a basic rundown of how I do a balloon hat workshop, just a basic one, so you don't get overwhelmed, then write in the comments below, please give me the balloon hat workshop brief or something to that effect, and I'll give it to you. Some extra tips that I recommend not doing. One is having colours that are mixed, because you don't want the big arguments of that's my green, that's my green. You just want all of them purple or all of them blue or all of them orange. Just your standard colours. Stay away from metallic balloons. Metallic balloons have got something in them which make them pop easier. Stay away from crystal balloons. Again, they're too thin. You need the solid colours. You may think that you might run out of time because it's a 45-minute show and you're only teaching them 3 things. But don't worry, those children, they will be so slow that it'll make you look like you've been there for hours. Always also have a spare bag of balloons because sometimes hall floors end up popping. Also, don't get too hung up about how many kids there are. Some people get really anal about this. Just if it's 70 kids, just aim for 70, 80. Just add in an extra 10 balloons. And if you get there and there's 90 kids that turn up, then you just have 1 less balloon to add onto their hat. You just sort of go with the flow a bit. If there's double that amount of children, then you just teach them how to do a balloon sword, and then you do musical statues and random games for the rest of it. They don't care what you do. It's only how you make them feel as a client. They don't want to feel embarrassed. They don't want to feel like they have to think. They just want you to go ahead and do something, and then everyone be smiley happy. That's your job. Your job is the entertainer, not a strict ringmaster that says only 70 children for here. Just go with the flow. Come on in, more than welcome. Yes, this is going to be complete chaos. Nobody cares. And if you want a puppet to start with, then go to Puppets, spelled Pubbets. They're the ones that sponsored these videos, and go to there. They're good enough to go out as a professional kids entertainer when you're starting off. And they are such good quality and the most affordable puppets. Now, how do you find people to market balloon hat workshops? You get on the phone, get on the old dog and bone. Hello, would you like a balloon hat workshop? I'm very good. Make a nice pretty email. Doesn't have to be with you with the kids. They don't care. As long as they think it sounds good, they will book you. And how much money to charge? I charge per child, or have a cap of how many children. So this one was $12 per child, or minimum per show was about 550 Australian dollars. And again, don't get caught up. If you've got 70 kids and 80 turn up and you haven't got your $12 per child, don't worry about it. Just go. Just keep it as 70 and think, oh, lucky those people, they've paid extra, but my client's happy because she's pocketed the money and gone and bought Steve Madden shoes off of Vinted. So if you like any of these videos that I do in my car about balloon twisting and entertaining, then please like and subscribe so you don't miss another one. And if you don't like them, tell me. Anything for the algorithm. Just tell me how rubbish my fluffy hair is. And also, if you want to find out how not to do a roomy wig, click here. See my failure. Bye, friends.